Hello, everyone. Shavuot Tov. My name is Bachi Weiler. I'm an alum of the Romemu Yeshiva, and it's great to be here with you all in this program of the Romemu Yeshiva, our daily sit. It's Valentine's Day, which isn't a particularly personally meaningful day for me, but it did strike me as a little mindfulness bell, bringing me back to the heart and to love. This coming Shabbat and this week's Parsha, we meet someone very special, very dear to me. We meet Bezalel in the shadow of God, the artist par excellence, the creative artisan who is tasked with creating the trappings of the Mishkan, the sanctuary, the tabernacle. And he and all the artisans who work to build and enrobe the Mishkan are described as having that particular quality, chokhmat lev, wisdom of the heart, which is a curious phrase for what in context seems to be very clearly, skill in craftsmanship. But what a phrase to have been gifted for our practice. Chokhmat lev, the wisdom of the heart. There's so many places to go with it. I'm even in this moment overwhelmed by all the possibility that phrase contains. So maybe today, I have a couple small thoughts, but maybe we can actually let that phrase stand on its own for us in today's formal practice. Soon we'll ring the bell, and as we prepare, we can come into our posture. Feel grounded in the earth beneath us. Feel a flow of energy up through and within our heart space as we bring our attention to our breath. In contrast to the beautiful creative acts and design and skill and craftsmanship and attention to detail that leads to the building of the Mishkan, this week's Parsha also has another act of creation that doesn't bode as well, but is still incredibly, I dare say, beautiful. The golden calf is built this week too, in the same parsha where we are commanded to chip in a half shekel. Each member of the community contributes a part to the whole, contributes to the whole greater than the sum of its parts. They find themselves in a moment of absence, of distance, with Moshe all the way up the mountain for who knows how long, in a moment of fear, chipping in their gold jewelry, their gold pieces, instead of the silver. They're contributing gold and going through the motions of this creative act. They're seeking, trying to move toward collective identity, but it leads them astray, actually. As I think about that right now, it makes me think of, I think I remember one of my teachers, Rabbi James Jacobson Maisels, but this idea exists elsewhere, of course, too, of the near enemies of our practice, not the clear sort of opposites or very clearly difficult or disconnected states we might find ourselves in, but something that might feel like presence and awareness, and compassion, and love and wisdom of the heart, but might still itself be a distraction, a misguided attempt, a misdirected flow of energy. So maybe it's a hard part of the practice is allowing ourselves to truly discern are we idolatrously tipping pieces of gold towards a distraction, discursive thought, a sense of ourselves, of what we should be, of how we should be? Or are we truly embodying, are we truly getting in touch with Chokhmat Lev, the wisdom of the heart, and feeling ourselves give of ourselves, give love, give energy from a deeply rooted place of connection and self-knowledge and awareness. So let's ring the bell and sit for 18 minutes and listen for that wisdom of the heart. I'm finding myself laughing at myself in this sit, just like the Israelites did after making the golden calf. It says, "Vayakumu letzachek." What this laughter means to me in this moment is just huge compassion for and empathy for that need they and we have to build something recognizable, concrete, tangible in those moments of lostness. That near enemy of I can feel a voice in my head saying, just breathe, just sit still. As I sit here in practice. All I can do is laugh with compassion at that voice and explore, even letting go of that pressure I'm putting on myself to have a good sit, to practice well. Chokmat Lev can feel incredibly vulnerable and even overwhelming. Just allowing everything that we spend all day holding back and repressing to just arrive and take up space and then move on as we expand around it. See if we can bring just the biggest loving attention we can to our breath and our bodies and even our thoughts as they come and go. Being grateful for everything that's coming up, exactly what it needs to. And letting it move on exactly what it needs to. Not needing to grasp or hold on or solidify or materialize anything. as we come into the final minute of our formal practice today. I want to invite us, as always, to think about how we'll move from this moment to the next after the bell rings 3 times. How to bring the wisdom of the heart with us into the rest of our day after this pause. And feel that creative, energetic, divine flow manifesting for us. Thank you so much. Thank you to everyone for chipping in your piece of silver, your glorious presence, forming this community, this whole greater than the sum of its parts. I hope to see everyone here tomorrow as well. Thank you.
Achat sha'alti meit Adonai. Achat sha'alti